A Virginia man claims he spotted Bigfoot and he has the video to prove it.
Spotted Bigfoot in Cleveland County, and this isn't the first time.
What's the likelihood that there are big animals that have gone undetected by scientists and by trained observers? There are lots of undiscovered things, particularly in the natural world, but they don't take the form of giant apes running around in largely settled areas of the world.
But it's safe to say that Sasquatch is not something that would even exist.
Oh, not hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Shanclen Shadow Productions. Now this one has been highly requested by a lot of you. I've seen it in the comments ever since that first Skinwalker video and everything, but a lot of people have been asking, what's my opinion on Bigfoot? Do I know any stories about Bigfoot? And yeah, you're talking to him. I'm a 6'5", size 14 shoe Bigfoot, you know, and everything. Is my cousins, you know, it's how that goes and everything. So I'm gonna tell you about my people. Just kidding, no. But actually, what's really cool about it is in our tribe, the Navajo, the Diné people, we do have a Bigfoot tribe out there. I forgot how to say it in Navajo, but I'm pretty sure some of you viewers out there know how to say it and spell it a lot better than I can. So put it in the comments, you know. But the thing is with Bigfoot and all that, I was told a couple stories and even had a personal experience as well with Bigfoot and everything. I was very, very young though, but when I encountered Bigfoot. Now, when I talk about Bigfoot, you know, it's one of those things to where, kind of like the Skinwalker video, there's different classifications, different factions of Bigfoot. You know, you got, you know, Abominable Snowman, Sasquatch, Bigfoot, you know, and then each tribe has, I wouldn't say each tribe, they're more rare out there, but there are Bigfoot out there and they have their own names for them as well. So all you indigenous people out there, you know, toss in the names of what you call Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti, Abominable Snowman, something like that. Yeah, go for it. But so the stories that I was told about Bigfoot and everything is, if you were to go up into the Navajo Nation, more toward the mountainous regions area where there's like a lot of forests and everything, the medicinal people used to go up to those mountains to be able to provide offering to the Bigfoot people, Bigfoot tribes. There used to be songs and ceremonies to call upon them. And now the Bigfoot has kind of gotten really popular within the past couple decades, I would have to say, because, you know, there have been a lot of sightings and a lot of videos about Bigfoot out there. And, you know, they're always very grainy. They're always kind of very weird. But there's also videos of people on a train seeing Bigfoot. And then there's that one iconic video, this one right here, of Bigfoot being captured on camera. And, you know, and then there's a lot of Bigfoot hunters that are out there. You know, they find footprints, they find, you know, hair remains or some trees and everything. And that's something that, you know, they always say that, like, there's always a couple footprints and, you know, they could never get like a bunch of them or, you know, a path to where they lead and everything. But one thing that you have to understand about these beings, these Bigfoot beings, is that they are trans-dimensional beings. Like these are beings that can change from a spiritual state to a physical state. Now, that's why, you know, you don't have like these footprints that lead somewhere or anything like that. And a lot of times when they go into that physical state, that's when they go to collect herbs. And that's how the stories go, where when the Bigfoot people used to come here, they have a very special medicine that they have with them and some of their songs that they have too. And sometimes they would come, if you really needed somebody to get doctored, you'd take the patient to the Bigfoot clan, the Bigfoot people, sing the songs, and they'll come and give them medicine, or they'll sing their songs and everything. But also they come to this world to collect their herbs, their food, and everything like that as well. So that's just one thing, is that's why you never find like a lot of footprints or trails that lead to like a physical encampment or really anything like that. So there's a lot of sightings and a lot of stories that go with the Bigfoot people. You know, I don't know them all, but I'm pretty sure a couple different tribes had different stories about them, how some of them are good, some of them are bad. You know, how, you know, sometimes we used to go to war with them, or we're always peaceful with them. You know, I've heard a bunch of different stories and everything, but this is just from my point of view. And my encounter I actually had was, we were over in a peyote meeting one time. Me and my older brother, we went out to go use the restroom one time, and while we're at the outhouse and everything, there was kind of if you can imagine, there's a bunch of trees around us, kind of like a very foresty area. We're using the restroom. My brother's in the outhouse, and then I went into the restroom, and then he was standing outside. And on our way back from the outhouse, we heard some rustling in the trees and everything. And we were walking, we heard some rustling, so we turned and looked, and we looked into the forest. And I remember we saw like two glowing eyes that would kind of flicker with the firelight reflecting off of it. And it was a really tall being, but the thing was like it spooked us and shook us, but the energy that was there wasn't evil, I guess you can say. That's one of the things, is like, it's just a being that's curious. And they always say, you know, especially during these ceremonies, you'll have spiritual beings come and observe or give offering during the ceremony and everything. So it freaked me out, and we went back over there. We said we saw something in there, and then they tossed some cedar onto the fire, and then I guess the medicinal person that was there said that there's Bigfoot people walking around here, and they're interested in the ceremony, and they're singing along with us in the trees though. And with that, they would say, like, when there's meetings like that out there, they're singing, you know, they would sing in their very deep guttural, kind of going like that with the rhythm of the songs that you're singing too. So, you know, my experiences have been good. You know, like I'm glad I wasn't like kidnapped us and took us to the Bigfoot world, even though they saw potential in me that I could be a Bigfoot myself in that way. But like how I said, they're trans-dimensional beings that can kind of go in and out whenever they please, and sometimes they can kind of. That's why no one's really, I guess you could say, captured like full proof. You know, there might have been some bodies that were left over somewhere or whatever, but you know, there are songs and ceremonies that call upon these beings. But I'm not gonna sing those or let you know what those are, because a lot of times those beings just need to be left alone. They're living their life, you know, they have their roles in this world and their existence and everything. And that's just one of those things. It's just like, acknowledge it's there, you know. There's that's what one thing kind of is sad about this world and today of like this spiritual world and all this stuff, is like, yeah, we've experienced these spiritual things, you see it right in front of you. But even then, that's not enough. You need like a body. You need to have a conversation, record it, and then show the world like, this is real. This is real. It's like, you know, just let it be. You know, there's lots of stories of Bigfoot all the way across the world. You know, these beings that are out there and everything. And so, you know, there's a lot of stories between that and then, you know, their cousins. You know, you talk about giants or all these other beings. And like I said, I'm not doing it proper justice as far as for classifying the different breeds of Bigfoot out there. There's so many of them. Like I said, there's some medicinal people out there that are specifically know the songs and ceremonies to talk with these beings, but I've never done those ceremonies or been a part of those ceremonies. But yes, Bigfoot is real, you know, and if you run into their presence, you walk into one, you know, just let it do its thing. And you know, that's one thing that's kind of sad about everything, is like they have their homes in the mountains and everything and everywhere. And you know, you take a video, you take all this other stuff. When you do that stuff, that invites a lot of people to go investigate. You have all these Bigfoot hunters that go out to try to find them and everything like that. And it's just like, hey, yeah, you can find evidence of Bigfoot, but you're just trampling on their land. You're trampling on where they live and their livelihoods. It's just like, okay, imagine, you know, you find Bigfoot or whatever. They send all these investigators out there. They find one, capture one. It's just like, what are you going to do with it? You know, you're just going to put it in a cage. You're not going to let it go. You know, that's one of those sad things and sad realities. You're just going to put it in a zoo because it makes money and all these other different things. You're gonna wanna like, haven't you watched Tarzan? You know, so it's just one of those things where it's like, it's just best to just leave them be. You know, let them live their lives, let them live their existence. And that's one thing is with us Indigenous people, we always knew and about these beings, and with that respect with each other, you know, that's where we had those mutual agreements with each other long ago that, you know, we respect your life, we respect where you live, and you know, we'll coexist with each other. You can do whatever you want to do. You know, we'll exchange medicines and foods every now and then. You know, you can come to our ceremonies, give us blessings and everything. And that's just something that's like, geez, I just wish it was like that. And then, you know, instead of being like, I saw a Bigfoot or anything like that, you know, I captured a photo or all this other stuff, you know, it would be cool. Be like, yeah, I ran into a Bigfoot. You know, I gave him offering. You know, him and I exchanged a couple songs, got some good blessings, and I went on my way. You know, just have stories like that. And, you know, it's just like, you know, these beings are out here, people. Come on. They just found like the remains of a dragon not too long ago. So, you know, things are out there. Yeah. So this one's going to be a shorter episode, but just to confirm, yes, Bigfoot people are out there. So I would just recommend just let them be. If you see one, give offering, give prayer to it, and, you know, apologize for being on its land, because if you run into one, you're probably walking in his territory. Him, her, they, them, a Bigfoot area. So yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. I wanted to give an update. I'm going to be having the merch come out very soon. I finished all the designs. I'm just waiting on some funding to be able to do like the startup initial investments on making the items and everything. I'm going to be having a live stream this coming Friday. So if you're watching this, today's Wednesday. So yeah, Friday I'm going to be having live stream. So come check it out. Come join up. And then if you haven't yet, consider becoming a member of the Shanclen Shadow Productions, because just like this episode, members get early access to these videos and more exclusive perks. And when the merch comes out, you get discounts on it. So, you know, thank you all so much for watching. We're coming up on 45,000 subscribers. So, you know, thank you all so much for enjoying the content. I'm going to be having some more spiritual tales coming out very soon, as well as some more Indigenous movie reviews coming out very soon as well. So I hope you guys have a great morning, evening, afternoon, and I'll see you in the next one. I'll go on it. The Shanclen Shadow Productions. Now this one has been always, as will be, and forever will. Yeah. 6'5", size 14. In Nike I'm size 14, and in like anything else I'm size 13, which is weird. I think Nikes run small, but yeah, I guess you can say I'm Bigfoot clan. Just kidding, no I'm not. I'm a Shia all the way, Salt clan. Thank you guys so much for enjoying this. Fully recovered now, so I feel really good. I'm gonna be having some more interactive, fun, cool stuff coming your guys' way. I got a new tripod too. I'll show you that guys that in the next episode. But I'm also playing guitar too, so I'm gonna be having some more episodes of that coming out soon. Yeah, I'm gonna be Antonio Banderas, play some songs out there like Desperado. Got you guys. See you in the next one.